Students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I'm Sunil Banwani and today we'll be doing this chapter called as Network Analysis 1. Let's see your sum, guys. We're doing question number 6 on page 286. I'll write the sum down. You have activity A, B, C, D, E, F. You have preceding activities is blank A, B, C and D and D, and then you have time 574 634, right? They've asked you to draw a network diagram. First part of the question, draw network diagram. Next, find critical path. And third, identify critical and non-critical activities. Right? Now, let's try to understand how do we do this. The first thing I need to do is I need to draw the network diagram. Right? Now, let's see. It starts with event 1. Okay? Now, from event, guys, you read this way. Read from the preceding activity. There is nothing preceding A, there is nothing preceding B. So, from event you will have 1 and 2. From event A you will have, from event 1 you will have activity A, which is of 5 days, and activity B, which is of 7 days, to give you 2 and 3. Right? Now, after A you have C. After A you have C, which is of 4 days. After B you have D, which is of 6 days. 4 and 5. Right? Now, you have C and D combined to give you E. So, C and D combined to give you E. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a dummy activity here. We'll call this as X1, which is 0. C and D combined to give you E. Which is of 3 days. And from D you have F. From D you have F, which is of 4 days. Right? So that makes my network diagram. Once my network diagram is done, now let us see what are the various paths that I have in this network. Paths in network. The various paths that I have in this network are, first, I'm going to reach from 1 to 6. I can go ACE.
So why did you join 4 and 5?
Because I want C and D combined to give me E. Right? Now, one path I have is ACE. The other path I have is BDF. The other path I have is BDX1. E. These are the various paths I have for going from 1 to 6, right? These are the paths. Duration. If I'm going from A to E, ACE, then it will be 5 days plus 4 days plus 3 days. 9, 12 days. 5 plus 4 plus 3. Then you have BDF is going to be 7 plus 6 plus 4, 17 days. Then you have BDX1E, 7 plus 6 plus 0 plus 3. So this is going to be 9, 16. Right? So do you understand this? Now, the maximum time is 17 days. The maximum time is called as the critical path. So what is the critical path? This was critical path. Now, critical path, if I have to define it, it is the longest path in the network diagram, right? It is the path that takes maximum duration. I'll write the definition also here. It is the longest path. It is the longest path in network diagram. It is the longest path in network diagram. It is the path with maximum duration. It is the path with maximum duration. Right? Now, from our example, it is very clear to us that the maximum duration is 17 days. Hence, my critical path has to be BDF. Out of the multiple paths I have, whichever path takes maximum time, that is my critical path, right? So, critical path represents the project completion time. Critical path represents project completion time. Fine. Now, in our example, the critical path is BDF. This is my critical path because that's taking maximum duration, and my project completion time is 17 days. The time taken by critical path is my project completion time, right? So the next thing, first they'd ask you to draw the diagram, next they'd ask you to find the critical path. Identify the critical and non-critical activities. Now what are critical activities? The activities that are a part of critical path are the critical activities. So my critical activities are B, D and F. And my non-critical activities B, D and F. Non-critical activities are A, C, E and X1. A, C, E and X1. These are my non-critical activities, right? Do you understand how to find out critical path, critical activities and non-critical activities? So that's
non-critical activity.
Everything that is non-critical activity in the network diagram is non-critical activity. Fine. Next, let's see another sum, guys. Now, once I know the critical path, before that, I have to show that in the network diagram. How do I show that in the network diagram? By drawing a double arrowhead. You draw a double line for this. Right? So that's how you represent your critical path. Fine? So it's shown by double line arrow. Fine? Now, let's see another sum. Let's see question number 7, page 288. Activity A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Preceding activity. Is blank. A, B, C, D, D and E, F and G. Time 652 421 53. Right? Same thing, you have to draw network diagram, find critical path, and you have to identify the critical and non-critical activities. Yes.
Preceding में ही दोनों लिखा है. Preceding activity में ही दोनों लिखा है. Is the time ना? 6:5.
Preceding activity. This is my time. Right? Okay. Now let's see how we can get a network diagram for that. There's nothing preceding A. So event 1 is going to give me A, which is of 6 days, which will lead to event 2, right? A, from A I have B, from A I have C. There are two activities that are started after A. One is B, one is C, which is of 5 days and 2 days. This will give me 3, this will give me 4. Okay. Next, from B I have D. I have D, which is of 4 days, right? Then from C I have E, which is of 2 days. E, which is of 2 days, right? Now D and E combine to give you G, right? D and E, dummy, because there is no connection between them. So now D and E, we will call this as X1, which is 0, will combine to give you G. G, which is of 5 days, right? Then you have, yeah. Now you also have D, that is going to give you F. After D you have F, which is of 1 day, right? Now F and G combine to give you H, which is of 3 days. So that's my network diagram, right? Now let's try to see what are the various paths I can have. Path duration. One of the path I can have is A, B, D, F, H, right? The other path is A, C, E, G, H. Then I can have a path A, B, D, X1, G, H. So these are the 3 different paths I can have. Now A, B, D, F, H. A is 6, 5, 4, 1, 3, 10, 15, 16, 19 days. This is going to take 19 days. Then you have A, C, E, G, H, 10, 15, 18 days. Next, A, B, D, X1, G and H. So this is going to be 10, 16, 20, 23 days. Right? So in that case my critical path is going to be A, B, D, X1, G, H. Right? This is my critical path, and my project completion time is going to be 23 days. Fine. Critical activities here. Critical activities. Critical activities are going to be A, B, D, X1, G and H. Non-critical activities are going to be F, C and T. Right? Those are my non-critical activities. Right? Next, let's see another sum, guys. We are doing question number 8, page 289. Let's see activity. Activity is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Preceding activity. you don't have anything here. A, B, B and C, D and E, and E, right? Time in days is given to you as 4351, 223, right? Now, let's see how do we do this. Let's draw the network diagram for this. Now, you have nothing preceding A. So you will have event 1 will give activity A, which is of 4 days, right? Then from this will give you 2. Now, from A you have B and C coming out. From A you have B, which is of 3 days, and C, which is of 5 days coming out. So this is 3 and 4, right? B gives rise to D. After B you have D, which is 5. Okay. Then you have B and C combined to give you E. So I need to put a dummy here. X1, which is 0, will give rise to E. Now D was of 1 day and E is of 2 days, right? And this is 4, 5, 6. Now D and E combine to give you F. D and E combine to give you, so I need another dummy here, X2, which is 0, combine to give you F, which is 2 days. Right? And you have E gives rise to G, D and E, So in that case, I'll have to take the dummy on the other side. X2, 0. So in that case, this is going to be my activity F, which is of 2 days. And then E gives rise to G, which is of 3 days. All I did was change the direction of the dummy. Okay. Now, once this is done, what are the various paths I have? A, B, D, F. A, B, X1, E, G, right? Then I have A, B, X1, E, X2, F. Then I have A, C, E, G. Then you have A, C, E, X2, F. These are the various paths you have for going from 1 to 7. Let's find out the duration. A, B, D, F. 4 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2. 4, 7, 8, 10. A, 4 plus 3 plus X1. 0 plus 2 plus 3. So this is 6 and 4, 10 and 2, 12 days. Next, 4 plus 3 plus 0 plus E is 2 plus 0 plus 2.
11.
This is 4, 7, 8, 9, 11 days. Then ACEG, A, 4, 5, 2, 3, 11, 12,
14.
13. This is 14 days. Next, you have ACE. So that means this is going to be 4 plus 5 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2. So this is going to be
13.
13. So my critical path is the path that takes maximum duration. So critical path is going to be A, C, E, G. Project completion time is 14 days. Critical activities are A, C, E and G. Non-critical activities. Is going to be B, D, F, X1, X2. These are my non-critical activities, right? Because A, C, E, G are critical activities. So that will be your sum. So your project completion time is going to be 14 days. Let's see another sum, guys. Let's see question number 9, page 290. Activity 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 4 to 6, and 5 to 6. Time 4, 5, 3, 2, 2, 4. Right? Let's draw the network diagram first, guys. From activity 1 I have 2, from activity 1 I have 3. So event 1 will have activity, from activity 1 I have 2, from activity 1 I have 3, right, of 4 days and 5 days. From 2 I have 4, which is of 3 days. 4, 5. This is of 3 days. Then from 3 I have activity 5, which is of 2 days. From 4 you have 6, and from 5 also you have 6. This is of 2 days, and this is of 4 days. Right? Very simple network diagram. What are the various paths I have? 1, 2, 4, 6. Other path I have is 1, 3, 5, 6. Only 2 paths. Duration 4 plus 3 plus 2, that is 9 days. Or I have 5 plus 2 plus 4, 11 days. So my critical path is going to be 1, 3, 5, 6. Project completion time is going to be 11 days. Critical activities are 1, 3, 5 and 6. Non-critical activities are going to be 2 and 4. Right? Simple, straightforward sum. Next, let's see another sum, guys. see question number 10. Activities. 1 gives to 2, 1 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 2 to 5, 3 to 5, 4 to 6, 5 to 6. Time 3102, 5743. Right? Let's draw the network diagram, guys. 1. From 1 I have 2, which is of 3 days. From 1 I have 3, which is of 1 day. Right? From 2 I have 3. From 2 I have 3, which is of 0 days. If it is 0 days, that means this has to be a dummy activity. Right? So from 2 I have 3. From 2 I have 4. Which is of 2 days. From 2 I have 5. From 2 I have 5, which is of 5 days. From 3 I have 5, which is of 7 days. From 4 you have 6. From 4 you have 6, which is of 4 days, and from 5 you have 6, which is of 3 days. So that will be my network diagram. Right? Once I have my network diagram, then I can find out the various paths. You can have 1, 2, 4, 6. You can have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. You can have 1, 2, 5, 6. You can have 1, 3, 5, 6. Those are the 4 different paths you can have.
3, 5, 6.
1, 3, 5, 6. Last part. Right? Duration. This is 1, 2, 4, 6. So 3 plus 2 plus 4. 11 days. Right? No, sorry. 9 days. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 3 plus 0 plus 7 plus 3.
15.
13 days. Right? Then you have 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. 6 and 5, 11. And then you have 1, 3, 5, 6. 1 plus 7 plus 3. 11 days. So the maximum time that I'm going to take is 13 days. So my critical path is going to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Project completion time is 13 days. Critical activity are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Non-critical activity is going to be, I've taken critical activity as 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So 4. 4 is the only non-critical activity. Fine, do we get this thing here? Right, we'll stop this here for the day. Thank you very much.